Introduction to close reading. Close reading is a meticulous and immersive approach to literary analysis that allows readers to delve deeply into a text's layers of meaning. Unlike a cursory reading, which might only skim the surface, close reading involves a detailed and careful examination of the text to uncover its deeper nuances, themes, and symbolic elements. This process reveals how every word, sentence, and punctuation mark contributes to the overall meaning of the text, offering a more profound and nuanced understanding of the literary work. Definition of close reading. At its core, close reading is about precision and depth. It is an analytical method that focuses on a detailed examination of a text, often concentrating on a short passage or a specific element of the work. This technique involves looking beyond the literal meanings of words and sentences to explore how the text functions on a deeper level. Close reading is not merely about understanding what happens in a text, but about interpreting how and why it happens in the way it does. It requires readers to engage with the text actively, asking questions and considering the implications of various literary devices and stylistic choices. Purpose of close reading. The purpose of close reading is manifold. First and foremost, it aims to uncover the subtext of a literary work, the underlying messages and themes that are not immediately apparent. By focusing on specific details, readers can discern how these elements contribute to the overall meaning of the text. Close reading allows readers to appreciate the craftsmanship of the author, revealing how language is used to create meaning, evoke emotions, and engage readers. Moreover, close reading enhances our understanding of symbolism and thematic layers. Many texts, especially in literature, use symbols and motifs to convey complex ideas and themes. Through close reading, we can identify these symbols and understand their significance within the context of the work. For instance, a recurring motif might represent a central theme or a character's internal struggle, and recognizing this can lead to a richer interpretation of the text. The analytical approach. To engage effectively in close reading, one must approach the text with an analytical mindset. This involves being inquisitive and attentive to detail, scrutinizing each element of the text for its contribution to the overall meaning. The analytical approach begins with a thorough reading of the passage, paying close attention to word choice, sentence structure, and stylistic elements. A key aspect of this approach is to question the text constantly. Why did the author choose this particular word or phrase? How does the sentence structure affect the tone or pace of the narrative? What does the use of metaphor or imagery reveal about the text's themes or characters? By asking these questions, readers can start to unravel the complexities of the text and gain insights that are not immediately obvious. The role of context. Context plays a crucial role in close reading. Understanding the historical, cultural, and social background of the text can provide valuable insights into its meaning. Context helps readers to grasp why certain themes or symbols are used and how they relate to the broader issues being addressed in the text. For example, a passage from a Victorian novel might have different connotations when read with an awareness of the social norms and issues of that period. In summary, close reading is a powerful tool for literary analysis that involves a detailed and thoughtful examination of a text. By focusing on specific elements and asking probing questions, readers can uncover the deeper layers of meaning embedded in the text. This approach not only enhances our appreciation of the author's craft, but also enriches our overall understanding of the literary work. The analytical approach. The analytical approach in close reading is foundational to unlocking a text's deeper meanings and intricacies. It requires readers to engage with the literary work on a level that goes beyond a superficial understanding, demanding an active and critical engagement with every aspect of the text. This approach involves a series of deliberate steps and strategies designed to dissect and interpret the components of the text, ultimately revealing the underlying messages, themes, and stylistic nuances crafted by the author. Adopting an inquisitive mindset. The first step in the analytical approach is adopting an inquisitive mindset. Close reading is not a passive activity. It requires readers to approach the text with curiosity and skepticism, always questioning and probing. This mindset encourages readers to look beyond the obvious and explore how various elements of the text contribute to its overall meaning. By asking questions such as, "Why has the author used this particular word?" Or, "What effect does this sentence structure have on the reader's perception?" readers can begin to unravel the complexities of the text. An inquisitive mindset also involves being open to multiple interpretations. Close reading often reveals that a text can be understood in various ways, depending on how its elements are analyzed. This openness allows readers to consider different perspectives and appreciate the richness of the text's meaning. For instance, a seemingly simple description might have multiple layers of significance when examined closely, revealing insights into character development, thematic concerns, or symbolic elements. Breaking down the text. Breaking down the text is a crucial part of the analytical approach. This involves examining the text structure and components to understand how they work together to create meaning. Key elements to analyze include word choice, sentence structure, and punctuation. Each of these components plays a role in shaping the reader's experience and interpretation of the text. Word choice. The selection of words in a text is deliberate and often carries significant weight. Words can evoke specific emotions, suggest particular connotations, or reveal character traits. Analyzing word choice involves considering why certain words are used and what impact they have on the text's meaning. For example, the use of a particular adjective might intensify a character's emotional state or highlight a thematic concern. Sentence structure. Sentence structure affects the rhythm and flow of a text. Short, abrupt sentences might create tension or urgency, while long, complex sentences might suggest introspection or elaborate on detailed descriptions. By examining sentence structure, readers can gain insight into the tone and pacing of the text and how these elements influence the reader's engagement with the narrative. Punctuation. Punctuation marks are not merely functional. They can also convey subtle meanings and affect the text's rhythm and tone. For instance, the use of dashes or ellipses might indicate a character's hesitation or an incomplete thought, while exclamation marks might convey excitement or intensity. Analyzing punctuation helps readers understand how the author uses these marks to enhance the text's emotional and thematic impact. Interpreting literary devices. Literary devices are tools that authors use to add depth and complexity to their writing. Recognizing and interpreting these devices is a key part of the analytical approach. Some common literary devices to consider include metaphor and simile. These figures of speech draw comparisons between different things to highlight particular qualities or ideas. Analyzing metaphors and similes involves uncovering what they reveal about characters, themes, or the text's overall message. Imagery. Imagery involves the use of descriptive language to create vivid mental pictures. Examining imagery helps readers understand how sensory details contribute to the text's atmosphere and themes. Symbolism. Symbols are objects, characters, or events that represent abstract ideas or concepts. Identifying and interpreting symbols can reveal deeper meanings and thematic elements within the text. In summary, the analytical approach in close reading is about engaging with a text in a detailed and critical manner. By adopting an inquisitive mindset and breaking down the text into its component parts, readers can uncover the deeper meanings and complexities that lie beneath the surface. This approach not only enhances our understanding of the text, but also enriches our appreciation of the author's craft and the literary work as a whole. The microscope of analysis. Setting up for practice. In the realm of close reading, setting up for practice is akin to preparing a microscope for detailed examination. This stage is about equipping oneself with the tools and techniques necessary to dissect and understand a text thoroughly. It involves selecting appropriate passages, honing analytical skills, and establishing a methodical approach to ensure that each element of the text is scrutinized for its contribution to the overall meaning. Choosing the right passages. The effectiveness of close reading largely depends on the passages selected for analysis. Ideally, these passages should be rich in literary elements and complexity, providing ample material for in-depth examination. When choosing passages, consider the following criteria. Significance. Select passages that are pivotal to the text's plot, themes, or character development. A passage that plays a crucial role in advancing the narrative or revealing key insights about characters or themes will offer more material for analysis. Density. Opt for passages that are dense with literary devices, such as metaphors, symbolism, or intricate imagery. Such passages are likely to yield more significant findings and provide a deeper understanding of the text. Length. While it is possible to perform close reading on both short and long passages, shorter passages often allow for a more focused and detailed analysis. They enable readers to concentrate on specific elements without being overwhelmed by the text's broader context. Preparing to analyze. Once a passage has been selected, the next step is to prepare for a detailed analysis. This preparation involves several key steps. Initial reading. Begin with a thorough reading of the passage to familiarize yourself with its content and context. This initial read should be broad and focused on understanding the general meaning and tone of the passage. Annotation. As you read, annotate the passage by highlighting or underlining significant words, phrases, or sentences. Make notes in the margins about initial impressions, questions, or observations. Annotation helps in tracking important details and makes it easier to revisit specific elements during analysis. Contextualization. Consider the passage within the broader context of the text. How does it relate to the surrounding chapters or the overall narrative? Understanding the context in which a passage appears can provide insights into its significance and function within the text. Analytical techniques. With the passage selected and prepared, employ various analytical techniques to dissect its components and uncover deeper meanings. Word choice analysis. Examine the author's choice of words and their connotations. Consider how specific words contribute to the passage's mood, tone, or meaning. For instance, the choice of a particular adjective might suggest a character's emotional state or the atmosphere of a scene. Sentence structure examination. Analyze the structure of sentences, including their length, complexity, and punctuation. Consider how the arrangement of sentences affects the passage's rhythm and pacing. For example, short, choppy sentences might create tension or urgency, while long, flowing sentences might evoke a more reflective or descriptive tone. Literary devices identification. Identify and interpret any literary devices present in the passage. Look for metaphors, similes, imagery, symbolism, and other devices that contribute to the text's meaning. Consider how these devices enhance the passage's thematic content or character portrayal. Thematic exploration. Reflect on how the passage contributes to the text's broader themes and messages. Analyze how the details within the passage relate to the text's overall thematic concerns and what they reveal about the author's intentions. Refining analytical skills. Practicing close reading regularly helps refine analytical skills and deepen understanding. Engage in exercises that challenge you to apply various techniques and explore different aspects of the text. Over time, this practice will enhance your ability to identify subtle nuances and appreciate the intricacies of literary works. In summary, setting up for close reading practice involves selecting significant and dense passages, preparing for analysis through initial readings and annotations, and employing various analytical techniques. By focusing on word choice, sentence structure, literary devices, and thematic exploration, readers can dissect texts thoroughly and uncover their deeper meanings. This meticulous approach not only enhances comprehension but also fosters a greater appreciation for the artistry and complexity of literature. Short passage analysis. Short passage analysis is a crucial component of close reading that allows readers to focus intensively on a brief segment of a text to uncover its deeper meanings and nuances. This method of analysis provides an opportunity to dissect a concentrated sample of writing, examining its elements in detail to understand how they contribute to the overall significance of the work. Through this process, readers can gain insights into the text's themes, stylistic choices, and literary devices, ultimately enhancing their appreciation of the author's craft. Dissecting word choice. One of the primary aspects of short passage analysis is examining the author's choice of words. Words are the building blocks of a text, and their selection can have a profound impact on the passage's meaning and tone. When analyzing word choice, consider the following factors. Connotations. Words carry not only denotative meanings but also connotations that can influence how a passage is perceived. For example, the word serene conveys a sense of calm and tranquility, while gloomy suggests a more somber or oppressive mood. Analyzing these connotations helps to uncover the emotional and psychological undertones of the passage. Precision and impact. Examine how specific words are used to create particular effects. Authors often choose words carefully to evoke certain responses or emphasize particular aspects of a scene. Consider how the precision of word choice affects the reader's understanding and emotional reaction. Repetition and variation. Pay attention to any repeated words or phrases and their significance. Repetition can underscore important themes or motifs, while variations in word choice can highlight shifts in tone or meaning. Analyzing these patterns reveals how the author uses language to reinforce or contrast ideas. Examining sentence structure. Sentence structure plays a crucial role in shaping the rhythm, flow, and impact of a passage. When analyzing sentence structure, consider the following elements. Sentence length and complexity. Analyze how the length and complexity of sentences contribute to the passage's pacing and tone. Short, fragmented sentences can create a sense of urgency or tension, while longer, more complex sentences might allow for detailed descriptions or contemplative reflections. Syntax and arrangement. Consider how the arrangement of words and phrases within sentences affects the passage's meaning. The order of elements can emphasize certain ideas or create specific effects. For instance, placing important information at the beginning or end of a sentence can draw attention to it. Punctuation. Punctuation marks are not merely functional, they can also influence the passage's tone and rhythm. Examine how commas, periods, dashes, and other punctuation marks are used to control the flow of the text and convey nuances such as pauses, interruptions, or emphasis. Analyzing literary devices. Literary devices enhance the depth and complexity of a passage, contributing to its overall meaning and effect. When analyzing a short passage, identify and interpret various literary devices, such as metaphor and simile. These figures of speech create comparisons that reveal deeper meanings or insights. For example, a metaphor comparing a character's emotions to a storm might suggest turmoil or conflict. Analyzing these devices helps to uncover the symbolic significance and thematic implications. Imagery. Imagery involves descriptive language that appeals to the senses, creating vivid mental pictures. Examine how imagery is used to evoke specific atmospheres, settings, or emotions. Consider how sensory details enhance the reader's experience and contribute to the passage's overall impact. Symbolism. Symbols are objects or elements that represent abstract ideas or concepts. Identifying symbols within a passage can reveal underlying themes or messages. For instance, a recurring symbol like a red rose might represent love, beauty, or passion. Thematic exploration. Short passage analysis also involves exploring how the passage contributes to the text's broader themes and messages. Consider how the details within the passage relate to the overall themes of the work. Reflect on how the passage's elements, such as word choice, sentence structure, and literary devices, support or illuminate these themes. In summary, short passage analysis is an essential aspect of close reading that involves a detailed examination of a brief segment of text. By dissecting word choice, sentence structure, literary devices, and thematic elements, readers can gain a deeper understanding of the passage's meaning and significance. This focused approach enhances comprehension and appreciation of the text, revealing the intricate craftsmanship of the author. Identifying literary devices. Identifying and interpreting literary devices is a fundamental aspect of close reading that enriches our understanding of a text. Literary devices are techniques used by authors to convey meaning, evoke emotions, and enhance the overall experience of the reader. By analyzing these devices, readers can uncover deeper layers of meaning and appreciate the artistry involved in crafting a literary work. This section explores some common literary devices and how they can be identified and interpreted in the context of close reading. Metaphors and similes. Metaphors and similes are figures of speech that create comparisons to convey complex ideas and emotions. Understanding these devices involves recognizing how they function within the text and what they reveal about the characters, themes, or settings. Metaphors. A metaphor makes a direct comparison between two unrelated things by stating that one thing is another. For example, in Shakespeare's As You Like It, the world is described as a stage and people as actors. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. This metaphor suggests that life is like a theatrical performance, highlighting the roles people play and the transient nature of existence. To analyze metaphors, consider what the comparison reveals about the subject and how it contributes to the text's themes or characterization. Similes. A simile makes a comparison between two different things using like or as. For instance, her smile was like sunshine, compares the brightness of a smile to sunshine. Similes can create vivid imagery and convey emotions or qualities in a more relatable way. When analyzing similes, examine the effectiveness of the comparison and what it adds to the reader's understanding of the character or situation. Imagery. Imagery involves the use of descriptive language to create vivid mental pictures that appeal to the senses. This device helps to establish atmosphere, evoke emotions, and enhance the reader's engagement with the text. Visual imagery. Descriptive language that appeals to the sense of sight can paint detailed pictures in the reader's mind. For example, the golden sunset bathed the landscape in a warm glow, creates a visual image of a sunset's effect on the scenery. Analyze how visual imagery contributes to the mood or setting and how it helps to immerse the reader in the text. Auditory imagery. Language that appeals to the sense of hearing can convey sounds and their emotional impact. For instance, the distant thunder rumbled ominously, evokes the sound of thunder, and suggests a foreboding atmosphere. Consider how auditory imagery enhances the text's mood and atmosphere. Other sensory imagery. Imagery can also appeal to other senses, such as taste, touch, and smell. For example, the aroma of freshly baked bread filled the room, uses olfactory imagery to create a sensory experience. Analyze how these sensory details contribute to the overall impact of the passage. Symbolism. Symbolism involves the use of symbols, objects, characters, or events that represent abstract ideas or concepts. Identifying symbols and understanding their significance can reveal deeper meanings and themes within the text. Symbols and context. Symbols can be specific to a text or have broader cultural or universal meanings. For example, in George Orwell's Animal Farm, the farm itself symbolizes a totalitarian state, while the pigs represent the corrupting influence of power. To analyze symbols, consider their significance within the text and how they contribute to the development of themes or messages. Interpreting symbols. When interpreting symbols, consider their recurring presence and the contexts in which they appear. Reflect on how the symbols relate to the text's themes and what they reveal about the characters or plot. Foreshadowing and irony. Foreshadowing and irony are devices that add complexity and depth to a narrative. They can create suspense, highlight themes, or offer commentary on the events or characters. Foreshadowing. This device involves hinting at events or outcomes that will occur later in the text. For example, if a character finds a mysterious object early in a story that later becomes crucial to the plot, this is an instance of foreshadowing. Analyze how foreshadowing builds anticipation and enhances the narrative structure. Irony. Irony occurs when there is a discrepancy between appearance and reality, or between what is expected and what actually happens. For instance, dramatic irony occurs when the audience knows something that the characters do not. Examine how irony contributes to the text's themes and how it affects the reader's understanding of the characters and events. In summary, identifying and interpreting literary devices is essential for a comprehensive close reading. By analyzing metaphors, similes, imagery, symbolism, foreshadowing, and irony, readers can uncover deeper layers of meaning and appreciate the intricate craftsmanship of the text. These devices enhance the reader's engagement and enrich the overall understanding of the literary work. Detail unveiling. Detail unveiling is a critical aspect of close reading that focuses on dissecting the minutiae of a text to uncover its deeper meanings and implications. This process involves examining the finer elements of language, structure, and style to understand how they contribute to the overall impact and significance of the work. By paying attention to these small details, readers can gain a more nuanced appreciation of the text and its underlying themes. Observing minute details. In close reading, minute details are not merely incidental, they are integral to the text's meaning and effect. To effectively observe and analyze these details, consider the following approaches. Word choice. Every word in a text is carefully chosen by the author to convey specific meanings and connotations. Analyzing word choice involves examining how particular words affect the tone, mood, and meaning of a passage. For example, the use of a word like shattered instead of broken might intensify the sense of destruction or emotional turmoil. Look for words with strong connotations or those that seem unusual or significant in their context. Syntax and sentence structure. The arrangement of words within sentences, syntax, can significantly impact the reader's experience. Short, fragmented sentences might create a sense of urgency or tension, while long, complex sentences might convey detailed descriptions or thoughtful reflections. Analyze how sentence structure influences the passage's rhythm and how it contributes to the overall tone and meaning. Punctuation. Punctuation marks are not just functional, they play a role in shaping the passage's tone and pace. For instance, a series of exclamation points can convey excitement or intensity, while ellipses might suggest hesitation or unfinished thoughts. Examine how punctuation affects the reading experience and contributes to the text's emotional and thematic impact. Analyzing the impact of details. To understand how minute details contribute to the overall effect of the passage, consider the following aspects. Emotional impact. Details such as word choice and imagery can evoke specific emotional responses from the reader. For example, a detailed description of a character's anguish can create empathy or distress. Analyze how the details work together to elicit emotional reactions and how they contribute to the passage's overall mood. Thematic significance. Details often reveal or reinforce themes within a text. For example, recurring motifs or symbols can highlight central themes or ideas. Examine how specific details relate to the broader thematic concerns of the text and how they enhance the reader's understanding of these themes. Characterization. Details can provide insights into characters' personalities, motivations, and relationships. For example, a character's choice of words, actions, or reactions can reveal aspects of their character or development. Analyze how details contribute to the portrayal of characters and how they shape the reader's perception of them. Understanding subtext. Subtext refers to the underlying meanings and implications that are not explicitly stated in the text. Uncovering subtext involves reading between the lines and interpreting how details contribute to deeper layers of meaning. To analyze subtext, consider the following approaches. Contextual clues. Look for contextual clues within the passage that hint at underlying meanings or motivations. For example, a character's seemingly innocuous comment might reveal deeper insecurities or conflicts when examined in context. Pay attention to how details interact with each other to suggest meanings beyond the surface level. Contradictions and ambiguities. Subtext often emerges from contradictions or ambiguities within the text. For example, a character's actions might contradict their stated intentions, revealing hidden motives or conflicts. Analyze how these contradictions or ambiguities contribute to the text's subtext and what they reveal about the characters or themes. Authorial intent. Consider how the author's choices in detail contribute to the text's overall message or purpose. Reflect on how the details align with or challenge the text's themes and how they might reflect the author's perspective or commentary. In summary, detail unveiling is a crucial component of close reading that involves examining the minute elements of a text to understand their contribution to its meaning and effect. By observing and analyzing word choice, sentence structure, punctuation, and other details, readers can gain insights into the text's emotional impact, thematic significance, and underlying subtext. This meticulous approach enhances the reader's appreciation of the text and reveals the depth and complexity of the author's craft. Subtext revelation. Subtext revelation is a key aspect of close reading that involves uncovering the implicit meanings and underlying messages within a text. Subtext refers to the deeper layers of meaning that are not explicitly stated but are suggested through various elements of the text. Understanding subtext requires readers to look beyond the surface and interpret how various details, contexts, and nuances contribute to the text's broader significance. This process enhances comprehension and provides a more nuanced appreciation of the author's intent and thematic concerns. Recognizing implicit meanings. Subtext often manifests through subtle hints and suggestions rather than direct statements. To recognize these implicit meanings, readers should examine contextual clues. Consider the broader context in which a passage occurs. How do the details within the passage relate to the surrounding narrative or themes? Contextual clues can provide insights into the underlying meanings and motivations. For example, a character's seemingly offhand comment might carry significant implications when viewed in the context of their overall behavior or the plot's development. Analyze character behavior. Characters' actions, reactions, and interactions can reveal underlying motivations and conflicts that are not explicitly articulated. For instance, a character's reluctance to discuss a certain topic might indicate a hidden trauma or unresolved issue. Analyzing how characters respond to various situations can help uncover the subtext of their experiences and relationships. Identify symbolism and imagery. Symbols and imagery often convey deeper meanings that are not directly stated. For example, a recurring symbol, such as a broken mirror, might suggest themes of identity or self-perception. Understanding how these elements function within the text can reveal underlying themes and messages. Interpreting nuances. Interpreting the nuances of a text involves understanding how various elements contribute to its subtext. Key strategies include exploring ambiguities. Ambiguities and contradictions within the text can be rich sources of subtext. For example, a character might make a statement that seems contradictory to their actions, suggesting underlying tensions or conflicts. Analyzing these ambiguities helps to uncover the deeper layers of meaning and the complexities of the text. Reading between the lines. Subtext often requires readers to infer meanings that are not explicitly stated. This involves reading between the lines to understand the implications of characters' statements, actions, and interactions. For instance, a character's silence or avoidance might suggest unspoken feelings or hidden agendas. Considering authorial intent, reflect on how the author's choices contribute to the text's subtext. Consider the historical, cultural, or personal context in which the text was written and how it might influence the underlying messages. Understanding the author's perspective can provide insights into the subtext and enhance interpretation. Reflecting on themes. Subtext revelation is closely tied to thematic exploration. By uncovering subtext, readers can gain a deeper understanding of the text's themes and how they are developed. Key aspects to consider include connecting subtext to themes. Analyze how the subtext relates to the text's broader themes. For example, a character's hidden struggles might reflect themes of identity or personal growth. Understanding how subtext supports or contrasts with thematic elements can provide a more comprehensive interpretation of the text. Exploring multiple interpretations. Subtext can offer multiple interpretations and perspectives. Consider how different elements of the text contribute to various readings and how they might reflect different aspects of the themes. This approach allows for a more nuanced understanding of the text and its underlying messages. Evaluating the impact of subtext. Reflect on how the revelation of subtext affects the reader's perception of the text. How does understanding the subtext change the interpretation of characters, plot events, or themes? Consider how the subtext enhances or complicates the reader's engagement with the text. Conclusion. Subtext revelation is a crucial element of close reading that involves uncovering the implicit meanings and underlying messages within a text. By recognizing contextual clues, analyzing character behavior, and interpreting nuances, readers can gain a deeper understanding of the text's subtext and its relationship to broader themes. This process enriches the reading experience and provides a more comprehensive appreciation of the author's craft and the text's complexity. Themes and interpretation. Understanding themes and interpretation is central to close reading, as it involves exploring how specific elements of a text contribute to its overarching messages and ideas. Themes are the underlying concepts or messages that a literary work conveys, while interpretation involves analyzing how these themes are presented and developed through various literary techniques. This process allows readers to gain deeper insights into the text's meaning and appreciate the author's craft in conveying complex ideas. Identifying themes. Themes are the central ideas or messages that a text explores. They often address universal concepts or questions about the human experience. To identify themes in a text, consider the following approaches. Analyze recurrent motifs. Look for recurring symbols, images, or phrases throughout the text. These motifs often point to central themes. For example, in George Orwell's 1984, the recurring motif of surveillance highlights themes of privacy and control. Examine character development. Characters' experiences, growth, and conflicts can reveal underlying themes. For instance, a character's journey from innocence to experience might reflect themes of maturation or self-discovery. Analyze how characters' actions and transformations contribute to the text's thematic content. Consider plot events. Significant plot events can underscore key themes. For example, a tragedy or a conflict resolution might highlight themes of fate, justice, or redemption. Analyze how the progression of the plot reinforces or contrasts with the text's themes. Exploring theme development. Once themes are identified, exploring how they are developed throughout the text provides a deeper understanding of their significance. Key aspects to consider include integration of literary devices. Analyze how literary devices such as symbolism, metaphor, and imagery contribute to the development of themes. For example, a recurring symbol like a broken mirror might symbolize shattered identity, reflecting themes of self-perception and personal crisis. Consider how these devices enhance the thematic content of the text. Character interactions and conflicts. Examine how interactions between characters and their conflicts contribute to thematic development. For instance, a conflict between characters representing opposing ideologies can highlight themes of ideological struggle or societal division. Analyze how these interactions and conflicts illuminate the text's themes. Narrative structure and perspective. The narrative structure and perspective can influence how themes are presented and interpreted. For example, a first-person narrative might provide a more intimate exploration of themes related to personal identity, while a third-person omniscient perspective might offer a broader view of societal themes. Consider how the narrative approach affects the portrayal and development of themes. Interpreting themes. Interpreting themes involves analyzing how they are presented and understanding their implications within the text. Key strategies include contextual interpretation. Consider the historical, cultural, or social context in which the text was written. Context can provide insights into the themes and how they are relevant to the time and place of the text's creation. For example, themes of class struggle in Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities can be understood in the context of the French Revolution. Multiple perspectives. Themes can often be interpreted from various perspectives. Consider different readings of the text and how they might reveal different aspects of the themes. For example, a feminist reading of a text might highlight themes of gender and power that a more traditional reading might overlook. Authorial intent. Reflect on the author's purpose and perspective in presenting themes. Understanding the author's background and intentions can provide insights into how and why certain themes are emphasized. Consider how the author's experiences and viewpoints influence the thematic content of the text. Evaluating the impact of themes. Assessing the impact of themes involves reflecting on how they influence the reader's understanding and engagement with the text. Consider the following aspects. Emotional and intellectual impact. Analyze how themes resonate with readers on an emotional or intellectual level. For example, themes of loss and redemption might evoke a strong emotional response, while themes of existentialism might provoke deep reflection. Relevance and resonance. Evaluate how the themes relate to contemporary issues or personal experiences. Themes that resonate with readers' own lives or current events can enhance the text's relevance and impact. Overall significance. Reflect on the overall significance of the themes in the context of the text's message and purpose. Consider how the themes contribute to the text's meaning and how they shape the reader's interpretation. In summary, understanding themes and interpretation is a crucial aspect of close reading that involves identifying, exploring, and analyzing the central ideas and messages of a text. By examining motifs, character development, plot events, and literary devices, readers can gain a deeper understanding of the text's themes. Reflecting on contextual factors, multiple perspectives, and authorial intent further enriches interpretation and enhances appreciation of the text's complexity and significance. Experiential exploration. Experiential exploration in close reading involves immersing oneself in the text to fully engage with its nuances and underlying meanings. This approach emphasizes not just analyzing the text from a distance, but actively experiencing it through detailed and empathetic reading. By engaging deeply with the text, readers can uncover hidden layers, appreciate the author's craft, and develop a more profound understanding of the work. This section explores methods for experiential exploration and how they enhance the close reading process. Immersing in the text. To engage experientially with a text, readers must immerse themselves in its world, characters, and themes. This involves engaging with the setting. Visualize and experience the setting of the text. Pay attention to descriptions of places, environments, and atmospheres. For instance, in a novel set in a bustling city, immerse yourself in the sensory details, the sounds, sights, and smells described by the author. This engagement helps to create a vivid mental image of the setting, enriching your understanding of how it influences the characters and plot. Experiencing character emotions. Connect with the emotions and inner lives of the characters. Consider how the author conveys characters' feelings through their actions, dialogue, and internal monologues. Try to empathize with their struggles, joys, and conflicts. This emotional engagement can lead to a deeper appreciation of the character's development and the thematic concerns of the text. Participating in the narrative. Engage with the narrative as if you were a participant in the story. Reflect on how the plot unfolds and how you would respond to the events if you were a character. This participatory approach can enhance your understanding of the narrative structure and the motivations driving the character's actions. Reflecting on personal responses. Experiential exploration also involves reflecting on your personal responses to the text. This includes analyzing emotional reactions. Pay attention to your emotional reactions to different parts of the text. Consider how specific scenes or passages make you feel and why. For example, a poignant moment might evoke sadness or empathy, while a dramatic twist might provoke surprise or excitement. Analyzing these emotional responses can provide insights into the text's impact and thematic depth. Examining personal connections. Reflect on how the text relates to your own experiences, beliefs, or cultural background. Personal connections can reveal how the text resonates with you and highlight themes or issues that are particularly meaningful. For instance, a story about overcoming adversity might resonate strongly with someone who has faced similar challenges. Considering reader perspective, recognize how your perspective as a reader shapes your interpretation of the text. Consider how your background, experiences, and values influence your understanding of the themes and characters. This awareness can help you appreciate the diversity of interpretations and the ways in which different readers might engage with the text. Engaging with literary techniques. Experiential exploration involves engaging with the literary techniques used by the author to enhance the text's impact. This includes exploring symbolism and metaphors. Engage with the symbols and metaphors in the text by considering their broader meanings and implications. Reflect on how these literary devices contribute to the text's themes and how they enhance your understanding of the narrative. Interpreting imagery and descriptive language. Analyze how the author uses imagery and descriptive language to create vivid mental pictures and evoke specific emotions. Reflect on how these techniques influence your experience of the text and contribute to its overall effect. Appreciating narrative voice and style. Consider the author's narrative voice and stylistic choices. Reflect on how the tone, language, and perspective shape your experience of the text. For example, a first-person narrative might create a sense of intimacy, while a third-person omniscient perspective might offer a broader view of the characters and plot. Developing critical insights. Experiential exploration also involves developing critical insights into the text. This includes formulating interpretations. Based on your immersive reading and personal reflections, formulate interpretations of the text's themes, characters, and narrative structure. Consider how your experiential engagement has shaped your understanding of the text. Evaluating the author's craft. Reflect on the effectiveness of the author's techniques and how they contribute to the text's impact. Consider how the author's choices enhance the narrative and engage the reader. Connecting with broader contexts. Relate your insights to broader literary, cultural, or historical contexts. Consider how the text fits into larger trends or traditions and how it reflects or challenges contemporary issues. In summary, Experiential exploration involves deeply engaging with a text to uncover its nuances and meanings. By immersing yourself in the setting, characters, and narrative, reflecting on personal responses, and engaging with literary techniques, you can develop a richer understanding of the text. This approach enhances your appreciation of the author's craft and contributes to a more profound and insightful reading experience. Conclusion: illuminating the unseen. In the realm of literary analysis, close reading serves as a powerful tool for uncovering the layers of meaning embedded within a text. By meticulously examining each element, be it language, structure, or literary devices, close reading allows readers to reveal the subtle intricacies and hidden dimensions that might otherwise remain obscured. This final section underscores the significance of close reading as a means of illuminating the unseen aspects of literature and how this practice can deepen our appreciation and understanding of literary works. The essence of close reading. Close reading is akin to a forensic investigation of a text. It involves scrutinizing the details with precision and sensitivity to uncover underlying themes, motivations, and emotional resonances. This method is not just about identifying literary devices or analyzing themes. It is about engaging with the text on a level that reveals its full complexity. By focusing on minute details such as word choice, sentence structure, and symbolism, readers can uncover the subtleties that contribute to the text's overall impact. For example, examining the choice of a single word can alter our understanding of a passage. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the use of the word dagger in the famous soliloquy can be analyzed not just as a literal object but as a symbol of Macbeth's ambition and impending violence. Such detailed analysis allows readers to appreciate the depth and craftsmanship of the text, revealing layers of meaning that contribute to its richness. The power of interpretation. Through close reading, interpretation becomes a dynamic process of discovery. As readers engage with the text, they interpret how various elements, such as themes, characters, and narrative structure, interact to convey deeper meanings. This process is iterative. Each reading might reveal new insights or refine previous interpretations. For instance, a passage initially read as straightforward description might, upon closer inspection, reveal underlying social commentary or psychological insight. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, Elizabeth Bennet's reflections on societal expectations and personal integrity can be interpreted in various ways, from critiques of social class to explorations of personal growth. Close reading enables readers to engage with these multiple layers of interpretation, enhancing their overall understanding of the text. The role of practice. Close reading is a skill that improves with practice. Engaging regularly with texts through detailed analysis helps readers develop a more acute awareness of how literary elements contribute to meaning. Practice also allows readers to become more adept at identifying patterns, recognizing subtleties, and formulating interpretations. To cultivate this skill, readers can practice close reading techniques on a variety of texts, from poetry to prose. Short passages are particularly useful for focused analysis, as they allow readers to explore specific elements in depth. Over time, this practice can lead to a more nuanced and sophisticated approach to reading, enhancing both personal enjoyment and academic understanding of literature. The broader impact of close reading. The skills developed through close reading extend beyond literary analysis. The ability to analyze and interpret texts with attention to detail fosters critical thinking and analytical skills that are valuable in various contexts. These skills can be applied to analyzing arguments, understanding complex information, and appreciating nuanced perspectives in different fields. Furthermore, close reading encourages readers to engage with literature on a deeper level, fostering a greater appreciation for the craft of writing and the complexities of human experience. By uncovering the unseen aspects of a text, readers can connect more meaningfully with the work and its broader cultural, historical, or philosophical implications. Embracing the journey. In conclusion, close reading is a journey of discovery that illuminates the unseen dimensions of literature. Through detailed analysis and interpretation, readers uncover the intricate layers of meaning that contribute to a text's richness and complexity. This practice not only enhances our appreciation of literature, but also develops critical thinking skills that are valuable across various domains. As readers engage with texts through the lens of close reading, they embrace the challenge of exploring and interpreting the nuances that lie beneath the surface. This process reveals the artistry of the author and enriches the reader's experience, allowing them to fully appreciate the depth and significance of literary works. By continuing to engage with literature in this thoughtful and analytical manner, readers can uncover new insights and deepen their connection to the world of literary art.